Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mr. Brown here, and welcome back to the next episode in our Final Fantasy II Platinum Trophy run. In the previous episode, we took on the Mysidian Tower and got all of the chests and bestiary entries in there. In today's video, we are going to be collecting the best weapon in the game by far, so stay tuned for that. We'll get it fairly quickly here before we head into the next dungeon. So what we need to do now is head back to Castle Finn and speak to Gordon, and we don't really need to talk to Hilda, but then we just need to speak to Gordon, let him know what's happening, and we can go ahead and continue on journeying through the game. There is a key word that we need to learn from Gordon, is why we need to talk to him. So it's not going to be a long conversation. The ultimate magic is in our hands, but what good does it do us? The cyclone will kill us before we even have a chance to use it. So what we need to do is we need to learn cyclone, and that's pretty much all you really need to use Gordon for at this very moment. But before we leave Castle Finn, there is one more stop that we need to make. If you guys remember a few videos back, when I was actually exploring Castle Finn to getting all the chests and stuff, I ran into a room with a mirror in it, and we are actually going to be using the mirror right now. So what we need to do is use the key item pendant on the mirror, and we'll get a little bit of a cutscene here. The mirror absorbs the light embedded by the pendant. That is the wyvern egg that we planted. It's been 3 episodes now, probably. The image of a young wyvern shimmering in the mirror. The last wyvern egg has finally hatched, and the wyvern is speeding towards Finn. Bro is on the way. Looks like that's Charmander, isn't it? Looks like Charmander from Pokemon. It was probably made around the same time. The wyvern and dragoon are together once more. And then we get that gives us the birth of the wyvern trophy, which is hatch the last wyvern egg. And then he heads into the cyclone, which is actually where we're going to be heading. That is the next dungeon. But before then, we need to take a visit here in the town of Finn to my boy Paul. We'd be talking to Paul. Even if we had an army of you, it wouldn't help us this time. How can we fight the cyclone? And then we need to ask Paul about the cyclone. You're planning on going into that thing? You do realize that's insane, right? Tell you what, I've been keeping a few things stashed away and I want you to have them. Try feeling around the wall near my bed. Alright, so we need to just follow his direction, go down to his bed. And here is a bunch of loot. There is some good stuff in here. Elixir's good, gold hairpin's good, silver's good, and this is what I was talking about. This is the strongest weapon in the game. It is by far the strongest. And we're gonna put that straight onto Guy. But if you look at the sword, these have the same damage. Interesting. If you look at the blood sword here, let me go down and find it. Here it is. The attack is +0, magic interference +100. So basically, what this sword does is that it takes a percentage of the max health of the enemies and uses that as its weapon pretty much. So it does a health percentage of the enemies. So it even works on the final boss, so I hear. So it is definitely the strongest weapon by far. We'll be getting another weapon. If you did watch the first Final Fantasy Platinum Trophy playthrough that I did, there is another weapon that we will get, which is the Excalibur. But that'll be probably in the next video or two. There is only 2 episodes left after this one, so we are getting dangerously close to the end of the game. But pretty much the next thing that we need to do is head on into the Cyclone. Kind of a cool animation. Alright, this is the first floor of the Cyclone. There's only 7 chests in here. This is a one-time location, so make sure you get all of the bestiary entries and all 7 chests while you are throughout here. I'm looking at some of them. We do have a couple of them that we could get that we already have. So there is a couple on this first floor. There is not any chests on this first floor, I don't think. Definitely don't see any. Let's just come around and see if we can get some of these entries done. We have both of these already. I want to check out this blood sword just to see how much damage it actually does, which is not that one. It's this next one. Does 0. That's fantastic. Best sword in the game. Does no damage. Well, that wasn't a good performance from the sword, but I've been told it's the best in the game, I guess. Whirl guards. These are enemies that we have not actually had. We're going to keep using here on Furion just because we still need to get that to level 16. Using that as much as possible is probably a good thing. So I wonder if it just attacks for 0, but it still does damage. I wonder. You just don't see the damage. You guys poison you, really? It's doing no damage, but it's still killing. But since the attack stat is 0, maybe that's what it is. I'm assuming it's going to hit 0 every time, which is fine. So that is an enemy that we definitely did not have. So let's go ahead and mark him off. I'm going to keep running around here. There is one that I would like to get in here. One of them that I know is in here we've already gotten. Here is one that we have not gotten. The wood golem. These are supposed to be in the next room. but that is fine. We'll take him out now. There, he did some damage. There we go. Get a little bit of showmanship from that sword right there. Not these guys again. These guys are annoying. Remember, they can turn you to stone. So make sure you got some gold needles ready if you can't take them out. 1,000 damage and then 7. Oh, it does damage based on your health. So the reason why it was hitting 0 is because the first damage, maybe we should swap those. I'm actually going to swap those. This is probably an optional thing. You probably don't actually have to do this, but I think it's actually smarter this way. So let's actually put that in his left hand, and we'll put the blood sword in his right hand. So that way he attacks with the blood sword first, and we'll get more damage out of it, and then he'll finish him off with the left one. All right, here are the 2 entries I was looking for on this floor: the vampire lady and the vampire girl. I believe we already have the girl, but we definitely have not gotten the lady yet. So the blood sword heals, which that's not cool. So undead enemies, it's not good on. So let's just use fire on them just because I don't want to heal them. Why is that doing an additional 100 damage? I don't know. All right. So this floor is good to go. So let's head up to the second floor here. Looks like we need to go through the other door and grab that chest. All right, over here on the second floor, this is the first chest. We got the Ripper, which I believe a dagger-looking weapon, which is better than the lance that we have, so that is good. And we'll swap some weapons around here, damage-wise. Let's go through this bottom section here. So here's a new enemy as well, the Lamia. I think didn't we have a boss name that? I'm not for sure. And we already have the captain. You should already have the captain from a long time ago. So it actually looks like the blood sword heals as well. If you're noticing when guy hits him with the first strike, he gains some health back. So that is actually really good. He gains a percentage back. Yeah, he's pretty much unkillable. I'm gonna say that like that he's unkillable, and then he'll end up dying at some point. When we get Excalibur on him, he'll definitely be more than likely unkillable at that point. I should have probably bought some more ethers while we were away because we don't have that many anymore. All right, let's head to the third floor here. Looks like there is some electric traps down here. I'm assuming these are just going to act like the fire and they're just going to take damage on us. Let's see. Gatos and Devil's Bowl. We have fought these guys before. Let's go ahead and throw a heal. Let's tackle like normal. We're pretty much done with all the beast ray entries almost. At least the first half of them are pretty much done. 900 damage. Look at that. That's based off of his max health. Yikes. That does a lot of damage. That killed him. And he's dead. My boy Regard went down. Let's get this leveled up. We're almost level 11 on the cure, which is good. This chest is a poison axe. Let's go ahead and re-equip everything. So that is all of the chests, 1 through 3 rooms. So let's head back to that very first room, and then we'll head up to this other section over here. Now we are at the top of the room. We were just on the bottom there. Then we need to head to the next floor. These are all entries that we've gotten. It's really interesting how they made it so the bombs can't self-destruct like turn 1. Like, it just doesn't work. Which I'm not complaining, but it's just a good game design. This looks like the room we need to be in. So I may actually, there's no actually way out of this room. This would be the room we stick in. Akira should level up here soon. Got to be getting close to level 11 on there. We got a tome and I just skipped on through it because I wasn't even paying attention. Terrain? It must have been curse. That's okay. All right, in this chest there is some diamond gloves, which is probably pretty good, I imagine. Ice gloves, power armlet. Hey, how it considers the blood sword not good, and then it just automatically swaps off of it. It's on the wrong side, and oh well, it's fine. All right, here's the 2 chests on this one: a diamond gloves and a diamond helm. Is the flame helm good? Twisted. Cool. Let's go ahead and cure up this antidote here, or this poison, and we will head back down to the previous room and then enter hopefully on the bottom of this room so we can get to these other rooms here because we can't go anywhere from here. So here is a couple more entries here. The Mrbrown, which is what we spent a long time looking for in the last episode, and this Imora, kind of looks like a Christmas tree. Those were the 2 that I was looking for on this floor, and they happened to be in one battle. We spent all that time looking for the Mrbrown for no reason, because it was pretty easy to find just in here. All right, into this other bottom section here, we have 2 pathways we can take up. Let's just take the first one for now. See what we got here. We got 1 chest. We had 2 chests on the 5th floor. Those are the only 2 chests that we really need to get. There's no beast ray entries on here. There is going to be one of these chests though. The chest contains a defender, whatever that is, and this one has the monster I was talking about. Should be the 2 generals. So this is another entry that we have not gotten yet. There's no way Ricard is going to be our last member all the way to the end. Oh, I did 1,000 damage. Holy crap, that was insane. Ooh, a rune axe. We got diamond armor off of that, so it's probably better than what we have. Rune axe is good apparently, and the defender is a sword. So actually, I may take that sword off of you, and I'm gonna put that on Guy because it is better. Then he can have the ice brand. He can have the ripper and the diamond armor. All right, so that is 6 out of the 7 chests. We're still missing one more chest. Assuming this is the way we need to go because they won't make us take a bunch of unnecessary damage for no reason. And this is the 6th floor. There's the last chest right there, which is going to have a bestiary entry in it. So we need to figure out how to get over there. I'm assuming all these rooms have nothing in them. If that one is the last chest. But we'll check them all out just to be sure. Yep, we took all that unnecessary damage for no reason. Just to do it all again. What a sick joke by the developers on that one. Back on the outside of this room here. We need to hit up this chest. Boom, gonna have some monsters in it. Going to be a green dragon, which may need 1400. So with that blood sword, it ignores defense. So wait a second, we're gonna have to use some magic here. So even though this is high physical defense, the blood sword will ignore it and it would still do the percentage amount. So that's why it's so good. Just based off of that, we got a wind flute from that. So as you've seen, everyone else was doing no damage, but the wind sword or the blood sword was doing lots of work. And that's what makes it so good. We're gonna need to buy some more ethers after this. All right, so this must be the final floor. So at this point, once you get to the 7th floor, make sure you have all 7 chests and you have gotten all of the bestiary entries, the ones that we went over here in the video. And then this is going to be the boss fight, the Emperor. So you revive the Wyvern, and now here you are. Yet you are but insects, unworthy even of being crushed under my foot. So we gotta fight some royal guards first, and then we'll probably get the showdown with the Emperor. Let's just be a pre-trial. Ooh, that rune axe looks sick. We got a stun tome based off of that. So, use some skill after all. Let's see how you manage against this. So he's just throwing random enemies at us, and we just get to keep walking closer to him. To what it looks like to me. Another stun tome. It's kind of like a gauntlet. We can't stop and heal. Quite extraordinary, really. It would appear I've you know what it says. Underestimated you. You should consider that I am about to do you a great honor. I shall kill you personally. No, don't do that. All right, so this is the Emperor, and then the Wood Golem and the Royal Guard. Let's get that stuff off of you. We're gonna use some magic here to get rid of these guys quicker, just to get them out of here. We'll have Guy take care of the Royal Guards, just because he'll more than likely one-shot him. He's missing a lot with that Ripper. Let's just do all attack here, and then should clean up the other 2 guys and give us a straight shot at the Emperor. Hopefully. All right, someone get rid of this Golem. Okay, sleep is not cool. What is it called? Eye drop. Garlic doesn't do it. What? Here's sleep. Oh well, we don't need her. 400. 500. Okay, he should be gone. Hopefully. Thank you. Then we're just gonna all out attack him. Here comes a barrier. Let's do some magic for ourselves. Oh, haste on that blood sword is gonna be insane. 18, done for. That sword is so good. All right, that is the Emperor. Boss fight done. And Guy leveled up his sword. Let's go. Needed that. No, I will not die. And then he dies. Poor guy. Hey, jeez, this hurt my eyeballs. Stop it. It's over. We should go back to Finn. They'll be waiting. Through your efforts, we'll finally defeated the Empire. Thank you. The world was shrouded darkness, but now the light of peace shines once more. Carry on, Maria, Guy, regard. What more could I have asked you? The tales of your bravery will be handed down for generations. Now let us celebrate. Many have come, hoping to catch a glimpse of the heroes who brought down the Emperor. I wouldn't want to disappoint them. Let's go, we're gonna get a parade. Oh, we're hitting the jig. Where's the rest of the party? Furion and Maria's right there. We're missing the other 2 guys. Dang. We getting sturdy with it. Getting sturdy in that 8-bit. They're doing circles and shit. Oh, little hop. My lady, my lords, the Dark Knight, Leon, has declared himself emperor. He's recognized the Palmesian Empire. He'll send troops. He'll slaughter us all. He's already dead. It can't be. Leon, my boy Leon. New Palmesia. The Dark Knight ascended the Emperor's throne. All right, let's talk to Hilda. Leon, the Dark Knight, but I thought he was your friend, your brother. I'll go to him. I'll make him understand. He must be under the spell of the Emperor. I know it. if he's ascended the Emperor's throne, there's only one place he can be, Palmysia. Let's learn Palmysia, and that is where we are going to be heading. But we will be heading there in the next episode. If you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe for more. We only have 2 more episodes left, and then we will be done with this platinum trophy in this game. It's kind of looking under scared because we just now got past the 50% point for the game. So I think I'm still missing a couple bestiary entries. I'm gonna have to go back through probably after we complete the game just to get the couple that we missed. But other than that, we are getting dangerously close. Hopefully we get some the next equipment in the next video. Could be wrong there. I can check real quick. Just take a little sneak peek at my notes. I don't believe so, but we never know. All right. Thanks everyone so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.